left out a twinge during the week, so safety first. There's young Cade Reid in jersey 22, so we'll see him again after he really took a starring role last week in their victory over the Newcastle Knights. The Dragons trying to win 2 in a row for the first time since 2011 and 2012. That's the last time they went back-to-back in this wonderful tradition, the Charity Shield. And they are also looking to go 2 from 2 in the pre-season challenge for the second straight year. The South Sydney Rabbitohs, now they're a week behind the Dragons, so it's a very different looking side from South Sydney's perspective. A lot of New South Wales Cup, a lot of flag players here. They're key players. Most of them will feature next week. But the Dragons, last week, they turned up with players that perhaps were unheralded, and they got the job done. And you see in the forward pack the likes of Lockie Hubner and Peter Mamazelos. We certainly are familiar with them. Bronson Garlick, well, it's his father, Sean, played many games for the Red and Greens, and he is here now at the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And it is a trial. It is pre-season, but Kevin Walters and Steve Roach, there is something about the Charity Shield.
Yeah, good evening to you, Dan, Kevy, and also Tiana on the sideline. I'm really looking forward to this one. The Saints, you would think that they might cruise into this game at full strength, no doubt about that. But here comes the South Sydney side.
So South Sydney coming out of the southern end here. And it'll be very interesting to see. Oh, Wayne Bennett, big smile on his face. You know, South Sydney get beaten by 100 tonight. It's still been one of the great weeks in their history, signing Payne Haas. And much to look forward to from that perspective. But that's a year away. And Matt Dufty, there's a sight. First time in the NRL since he was at the Bulldogs in 2022. Many years at Warrington, released there 1 year early and signed to a New South Wales Cup contract here at South Sydney. Now, St George Illawarra, out they come. Lots of familiar faces here. And that is the man in the hot seat, Daniel Atkinson. He and Kyle Flanagan are the first choice halves combination for 2026.
Yeah, and I'm expecting big things tonight, Dan, from these two in the halves, the combination. Dan Atkinson has been signed at the club for nearly 18 months now. It's been a long time since he signed and put pen to paper, and now he finally gets the opportunity to showcase his skills. And what we've seen from him at the Sharks, he's a very talented player. So, and as Shane Flanagan said, you know, in our pre-game interview, is slowly steady tonight for Daniel, but I'm sure he's looking to showcase a lot of that skills that he has.
Actually starting to feel like footy weather here. A little chilly, if not a bit muggy. Off we go. One of Rugby League's longest tradition continues. That is the Charity Shield. And it's Emre Gula who starts things off for St George Illawarra, who can still win the pre-season challenge. They finished second in the tournament last year. Damien Cook, the former bunny, onto the svelte Luciano Leilua. 15 kilos he lost in the off-season. Now it's back here for Hame Sele. Got through plenty of minutes last week. Plenty of former bunnies in this Dragons lineup. Sele, one of those, as now it's dished off. And it was Atkinson there providing the pass. And Jaden Sewer, a grand final player for South back in the day, carrying it forward. Clint Gutherson in his second season at St George Illawarra. He goes upfield on the fifth, and it's Atkinson doing the kicking on the last. And it's allowed to bounce by Bailey Bentley-Harpe, who brings it back. And St George Illawarra ticking all the boxes with their first set with ball in hand.
Yeah, it was a good set, wasn't it? Rolling down the field and some strong carries. And a nice kick to finish it off.
A good thing for the Saints, they've got a couple of kickers in their side too. Kyle Flanagan playing at 5'8" position. So Atkinson taking the first kick downfield. A good set, as you mentioned.
Oh, we've got Hame Sele down, and there's concern from both sides. Well, this is just not what you want to see here. Hame Sele, he's had so many stop-starts in his career. Last year, a stack of soft tissue injuries. Of course, the heart scare late in 2024. And he just went down here, and given the number 13 role for tonight, and this is obviously close to top notch this side for St George Illawarra. So very much in the frame for Vegas, and looks like Hamish Stewart will get an early start to this contest.
Yeah, who's the HIA? There is there.
He just caught the point of the hip there, just tried to get up under the ball, but didn't go high enough there. Cops that bad head knock. Let's hope he recovers the little break that he gets and gets some more. It's only early in the game. The first set, actually, defensively for the Saints.
You would assume that's his night done, but he may go and get it checked out. Tiana Penitani Gray, hello to you.
Good evening, gentlemen, and everyone tuning in at home. Conditions are beautiful at ground level here in Wollongong tonight. It's a comfortable 22 degrees under the lights with no breeze to speak of, although there have been light showers on and off throughout the day, so the surface is mildly dewy, but still set up for a fast and physical contest, as we just saw, and the fans from both sides have turned up in numbers for this pre-season derby.
Indeed, thank you. Now, Kevy, we would never be biased here at Fox League. We would never sort of support family members a little more than non-family members. But I've got to say, Tiana's brother's playing in this game. Talanoa Penitani, the number 3 for South Sydney.
Looking forward to watching the young fella go as well. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of speed. So we'll see how he goes tonight. I'm sure he'll have a great performance.
So nice touch on the sideline. Tavita Totola, former teammate, just giving Hame Sele a little pat on the head. Ice Packers on the head. That really will be the last we see of Hame Sele. I think we can be quite certain of that. So the Dragons, of course, unlimited interchange tonight, but down a player. And that's Jonah Glover, the former Dragon. He's got a boot on him. That's a lovely long kick taken by Gutherson, giving it to Christian Tui Pilotu. So Jonah Glover, of course, at St George Illawarra. Excellent numbers in New South Wales Cup, but just couldn't crack it for a first-grade spot, couldn't get a chance. So here he is at South Sydney. Gutherson out of dummy half. South Sydney have absolutely dominated this contest in recent years, albeit with the Dragons winning last year. This is Couchman, Toby. Now Cook at dummy half. Flanagan catching and passing, and strong stuff here with the halfback Glover. Just run over, trampled by Leilua. He might have lost him.
Hang on.
What's happened here? We've got a South player down. We've got Glover in trouble, and we've got just a little bit of argy-bargy going on here. So a bit of feeling about this. This is what the Charity Shield is all about, but real frustration right in front of us with Jonah Glover. He just threw the towel down in absolute frustration. I hope we're not dealing with a broken jaw here or something of that ilk. There's a bit of blood there, but...
Tell you what, it was courageous there from the young fella. Glover on a much bigger man, Leilua. We mentioned the amount of weightage, but he's got the point of the shoulder right on the jaw there.
Oh, he's almost...
Yeah, he's in a bad way, the little kid.
Oh, jeez, this is a brutal start to the game. That's a real shame for him. There's St George Illawarra now spinning it with Gutherson on. David Farley supposed to come off the bench. He played in the centres last week against Newcastle. So the high ball put up now by Atkinson, and going back is Dufty and takes it with steady hands. He really lit it up for a few years at St George Illawarra, Matt Dufty.
Well, he's got great speed and anticipation at the back, so he'll bring a lot to the side tonight. It's been a brutal start, Dan, hasn't it? Like you said, 2 players off the field already.
Well, that's the thing about the Charity Shield. It just has that little bit more punch than...
It's not just your everyday trial, is it?
No, it's the creme de la creme of the trials. And, the players are giving it the lot. So Bronson Garlic hit up, followed up by a kick. And with no Glover, obviously a new kick and needed. This is lovely stuff. Set to 2. Beautiful moves from him. And Shane Flanagan talked about the fact there are 3 tickets still on the plane for Vegas. You would imagine set to 2 is in his sights.
Yeah, there's nothing better than seeing a winger catch the ball on the full and then run 20 metres upfield. I'll tell you what, the forwards appreciate it. They don't have to run back as far, and away they go. Get on the front foot from tackle 0.
Jaden Sewer. On the next. Flanagan in. Leilua drawing them, then passing. Atkinson. 37 first grade games, Dan Atkinson. This is Cook running, and now it's Toby Couchman. 14 metres out with 1 play left here. St George Illawarra looking for the first points of the Charity Shield. They go left again. It's Flanagan dumbing and straightening, and Dufty's on him. They've kept him up. Tremendous defence from South Sydney. Changeover.
Yeah, good to see Kyle Flanagan backing himself there. Just off the left foot. Looked like he was going to score there. You're right, Dufty comes again. Just grabs hold of the ball and forces him back into the field of play. It's good defence there at the back there by Dufty. Taking a good bomb so far and also a good tackle there.
Oh, blocker. They were loading up the Dragons, and this was going to be hard yakka, but South Sydney, that's a big win for them. A penalty which really gets them out of a hole. You can see Leilua, isn't he keen?
I think they had a little bit of a set to just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, there's a bit going on there.
So Penitani, the man that taps it. And this is former Shark, Ata. Impressive in New South Wales Cup. Hubner playing in the front row tonight.
Oh, Jaden Sewer's gone down now.
Goodness me. And this looks like a leg situation for Sewer. And now he's just trying to stretch it out, as you can see on screen. Now comes out Penitani. Oh, he runs over one. Almost runs past Flanagan. Got past Sully easily, Penitani. Now it's South Sydney off the back of this penalty. Humphreys with that early start. And oh, spectacular. With the catch and the tackle in unison. Now a little dinky kick. Dufty has been judged to have been not in front of the kicker Humphreys, but it matters not. It's a changeover.
Well, they look a lot better there, South. I know it's only early in the game. When they move that ball around, try and run this big pack of the Dragons off their feet. I think it's pretty good tactics. They work both sides of the field that time.
I'll tell you someone who's going to earn their money tonight, that's Tiana. We're already things to update galore. What have you got for us, Tiana?
Just got an update on Hames Selea. We obviously saw him go down in the opening sets for the Dragons. He's definitely been ruled out with a Category 1 HIA, so his night is over.
OK, thank you.
You better have a chat to that bro of yours too, down there. He's getting a bit fiery.
And now is a run from Gula. Yeah, he's in the thick of it, isn't he?
He is. He looks, yeah, ready to go.
Now the high ball put up by Atkinson. And that's dropping inside the 10. Bentley Harpo. Played 9 games in the top grade last year. Now, Jamie Humphreys, it looks like we're going to see a lot of him tonight. We won't be seeing him round 1 or 2. He got suspended in the last game of the season last year.
Right.
Jordy Mazzone, the man hitting it up. Yeah, Humphreys there, who was excellent, of course, for South in season 2025. Expensive suspension. Max McCarthy is the 12. Followed up by a good run from Dufty. So Ward, who did so many impressive things for South Sydney last year, with his kick followed up by Gutherson bringing it back. Yeah, Ashton Ward still looks about 74 kilos. He would have had probably his hardest pre-season yet. Sully also looks quite lean and strong. Gutherson falls over as he passes. Atkinson on. Here's Sewer. He's recovered, so that's relief. And now the pass inside, set 2-2, and it goes to Flanagan. Here we go. Line ball pass. All clear, and Gutterson's in for the first try.
He's a dangerous player, isn't he? Sewer had a great season last year on the right-hand side. They've got some power on both sides of the field in their back rowers, but Sewer's a man who gets the ball back on the inside. And straight away, the impact here from Atkinson. He's the man that takes the ball. And then Gutho, I don't know where he came from. He was involved with the tackle. He was on the ground. Look at him. He gets up here. Look where the fullback is. Gutherson takes off. Anticipation. They go straight through. Look at him. Right there on the spot. Gets the ball back on the inside. And Gutherson scores for the Dragons. Good play. You put it down to Seward. Just getting a couple of blokes involved with the offload. Atkinson does well. And there he is,
yeah.
Gutho.
Atkinson, he showed good speed there, didn't he? We know he's quite quick across the ground. And the support play there of both halves and the fullback in Gutherson enabled to try. And it was good work from Sewer as well, recovering from that little bit of a bump he got a couple of minutes ago. That nice little tip on from the centre position. He did well.
And apologies, it was Daniel Atkinson there, not Kyle Flanagan.
Well, Kyle was in the picture. He came from this side of the field as well.
That number 7, of course, for the Dragons now belongs to the former Shark. And this is Kyle.
He's a competitor, Gutherson, isn't he? He was on the ground after he passed the ball, got up, anticipation. Always in and around the football, Gutherson.
Probably the best part of that try was Jaden Sewer is fine. He's fit, is not injured. We've already lost Hame Sele. And Gutherson with the 4-pointer, and that 4 becomes 6. So St George Illawarra cash in on this pretty good start. 6 points to 0. 10 minutes into the 2026 Charity Shield. Set to 2 with some handy work, and there he is, Daniel Atkinson.
Yeah, it was nice work. Gutho, he's always down the middle, backing up, picks up his first try for the season. Looks pretty fit and ready to go too, doesn't he, Bob?
Yeah, unbelievable player. Always on the ball. Good, great work rate for a fullback, as you have to have now.
And 18 try assists last year for St George Illawarra, easily number 1 for them, but also the 7 tries with Gutherson. And this is Christian Tuipulotu. He's basically a try a game when he played last year. Unfortunately, just didn't play all that often. So many hamstring issues he dealt with all year. There's a good burst. The Dragons almost up to halfway with Hamish Stewart. One of the real shining lights last year for St George Illawarra, Hamish Stewart.
He's going to be a player, Dan. He'll get better and better. Got a lot of good young forwards, the Dragons.
Plenty of height on this kick, and it's got Bentley Harpe backing back. Geez, they've done that well, the Dragons, haven't they, in the first few minutes? Really had South hemmed in.
Surrender!
Only the second time the Charity Shield has been here at Wynn Stadium. 2014, the one and only time. South winning that day, 38-20. Mudgee has hosted this event many, many times in recent years.
I've been to Mudgee to watch a Charity Shield. It's a wonderful weekend.
It sure is. Any time of the year, really. So that's Max McCarthy. Great to see him back. He did his ACL in last year's pre-season challenge. And another set completed here, and Gutherson moves it on here to set to 2. And 2 is
good. Looks a handful,
he looks a real. There were 3 defenders there, and he still got rid of it. Back there was Atkinson. Atkinson gets up wincing. You have to keep an eye on that one now. He seems to be okay. Gutherson drawing in defenders. That's a beautiful pick. Could have so easily have been a knock on, but Sully, half volley take. Good set this for the Dragons. Only 3 gone. They're up to halfway. Toby Couchman. Oh, he forces it. Could work out. Cook. Taken by his opposite number, Mamazelos. Stewart. Run. Steaming onto it. That's a 15-metre run and the quick play the ball. 29 out on the last. Short side as the high ball goes up from Atkinson. This will be a contest. It's parried back. Atkinson underarms it. Big chance. And no forward pass. Farley denied a try. Jaden Sewer just couldn't quite get the finish right.
No, he couldn't get the finish right, but it was good attacking play, wasn't it? Competing on those kicks. Tapping the ball back.
Front foot, Emre.
Atkinson's looking to offload somewhere, and just the ball's gone forward there from Sewell. But again, we've got an area now from the Bunnies. But again, a good position, field position to turn the ball over on. This will open up again now for St George.
This is their reward. They finally force one of these sorts of errors from South Sydney, who've been doing a lot of hard yakka.
A lot of defending as well, haven't they?
Let's see what they got in the middle of the park here. Scrum form right in the middle. Looks like they're going to come left by the look of it. It's just where Gutho is, unless they change straight around to that short side, which they do.
So they seem to like their chances on the right. Patience from 2. 3 defenders again on him. And we've got South Sydney called offside.
Repack.
You know what that is, Dan? They're a little bit nervous. They've been able to get that ball away on the right-hand side through Sewer. And also, 2 with the wingers got the ball away a couple of times. So they're just trying to pressure them a little bit quicker, and they give away the penalty. They take the scrum.
Has become the standard, really. Sully looks like he's ready to wind up. He gets it. Good year last year in terms of ball running. Only 1 try. It's a bit hard to believe. Cook. Stewart. Hamish Stewart under the sticks. Cook fires it out to Flanagan. In for Sewer. See if Leilua gets his hands in it at some point. He's waiting on the left. Here comes from Stewart. To the front man, Gula. Well dealt with. That's 4 South have eaten up, but now they have to start again. Stewart down the middle. Surely South can't hang on for much longer here, the way the Dragons are pushing through. Right side. Oh, a wild one from Atkinson. And this time, the Dragons aren't patient.
No, need to show a bit more there, but it's good goal line defence, wasn't it, from the Rabbitohs? They got off the line, put pressure on. They're moving up and out as a group. See them get up to near the 10 there. They had that covered regardless of the pass.
Yeah, they've been put under a lot of pressure. Fatigue starting to set in now. They've had to do a lot of defending the south side. Need some big outside backs to start taking the ball here.
We missed at the game completed most recently. Canterbury a thumping win over Newcastle, 2 of the Vegas teams. Matt Burton injured, although Canterbury very quick to say he should be fine to get on the plane, but I guess we'll wait and see. Dufty keeps it going. Latrell Seagull from Queensland is playing it there. Lockie Hubner over halfway.
Last tackle, clear on now, square markers. Go last.
So precious little ball South have had across halfway. This could be a bit awkward, this one. Oh, not at all. She's nonchalant. Set to 2. Took that with ease.
Go 1.
Not much breeze to speak of here, which is a rarity at Wynn Stadium. And this is a centering run from Farlow. Played for Penrith for a couple of years in the New South Wales Cup. Christian Chui Pilotu with his usual bustle.
Held, go 3.
Lovely pass here, sending Cook up to halfway. So Leilua looking confident. Gutherson out to Atkinson. Now it's Sewer, and they backpedal a little, the defenders. Set to 2. Great footwork again. This time cut down.
Go last.
High one put up, which is going to drop about 15 out. Dufty. And Flanagan was up there. He may have been offside.
Yep, inside the 10 on that kick chase. Relieving penalty here for the Bunnies. They'll need that.
Yeah, they do. They need to get up off their own 20-metre line here. They need to try and go for a little bit of depth here with the kick, the touch. A little bit of a breather for them. They've been struggling to get up over the halfway line.
It's a nice kick from Humphreys. Gee, I like that when they take their time and get some good metres, Dan, from those penalty kicks to touch.
So many free metres to be had.
I like the breather. Have a bit of a rest for a minute.
If you don't get long, because you're normally doing the first carry block.
Hang on, Kevy. We've got to explore what you just said. Weren't you the master of the quick tap and go? Wasn't that your
Alfie?
move?
That was Alfie. I had no control over that.
Garlic.
Go 2.
is Ashton Ward. That looked close to the mark from Toby Couchman. We play on. Humphries, catch and pass. Scarlett, offside defender. 6 more tackles. South Sydney would be pleased with this score, as strange as that may sound. This is pretty much St George Illawarra's best outfit, and Souths are only 1 score down, and they've got a chance here as it comes from Humphries out to Dufty. Lovely spin move, got past Farley, but not past Atkinson. And the backstop there in Sewer, but they're inside the 10 Souths. Humphries on to Kepi. Someone called forward. That was ambitious. 3 metres out. 2 tackles left. This is as close as Souths have been. Ward on the angle. Now it is Penitani! Oh yeah! Talanoa Penitani is over for the try. And the famous name salutes.
Another try to the Penitani name. Beautiful work from the young. He's been very impressive tonight. I like the aggressive style of rugby league that he plays. He's got blood streaming from the ear, but it didn't stop him just pouncing on this ball. His timing here on the pass was perfect. I thought there wasn't a lot happening here, and all of a sudden he gets the ball and away he goes and over it. He finds the try line.
Well,
good stuff.
He burned a real good centre there in Suley. He got on the outside of Suley, showed plenty of pace. I'll tell you what I like about this kid. Although he scores that try and he runs the ball well, he's good on the other side too, defensively.
Yeah, he's
been strong, been very aggressive, gets on the outside of Suley. Not an easy thing to do. Good speed. The South Sydney Rabbitohs are in.
Yeah, well, that's their first opportunity really as well, the Rabbitohs, in this territory, and they picked up a try.
You like him, Block, because he's got a bit of fire about him.
He's got blood coming out of his ear. That's why you like him.
He's got a bit of nasty about him as well. So Talanoa Penitani came through Cronulla. You know what? I know we're supposed to be professional here. It's a trial. We've got a Penitani try scorer. We've got a Penitani on the sideline. I want to know, Tiana, what's going through you? Well, you've done some wonderful things. Your sister's done some wonderful things. That's a beautiful moment.
Gents, I'm trying to be as professional as I can be, but I'm a very proud big sister at the moment. I can attest to what you said earlier. He's definitely worked really hard over the years on his defence, and he's just he's got that natural skill about him. So you've got to really commend the whole team and their defence to be able to get some good ball and get that opportunity, though.
Now, is he the youngest of the family?
He's the only boy. He's the third. There's 3 girls, 1 boy.
I'm guessing we picked on him a little bit, as we should. There's the kick at goal. 6 points all. Well done to Talanoa. Well done to the Penitani family. I know they're here in droves. That's a beautiful moment. And a good kick, too, by Bentley Harpe as we watch this replay.
There's good work on the inside, wasn't it, as well? And then gets the ball, a little bit of show, and he's got good speed, strength. He's got one up on his more senior opponent.
I reckon Kyle Flanagan will be saying, mate, you've got to stay square to Suley. Don't allow those guys to get on the outside of you, which he did there, and just burn him.
Yeah, you've got to get off your line as well. They didn't do that, the Dragons, and they paid a price.
I hope we see a bit more of him tonight, just getting cleaned up there. So 6 all. And, you know, the way a lot of these trials go, you don't imagine the guns are going to be out there all night for St George Illawarra. If South can hang in this contest, they've got a red-hot chance. Well, errors like that won't help, and they're certainly starting to make a few of them. So the Dragons, play will continue here. Little basketballer from Gula turned out to be a hospital pass as Atkinson was suplexed. This is David Farley. So great chance for the Dragons to effectively cancel out that South Sydney try. Flanagan in for Couchman. Toby. Brother will come off the bench. Toby's 5th run already. Atkinson into the line. Gutherson turning it back for Sewer. Charging onto that ball, but the defenders were waiting. They're much more diminutive. Mamazello strong. Back to Leilua. There's an offload to Gutherson. Leilua again continues to look good. Ward kept on the ground, and going through is Damien Cook, and he plants it down next to the post. So just a finally punished for an error near their own end. South Sydney Dragons back in front.
Yeah, just a couple of fundamental errors. One a little bit earlier coming off their own line, just turned over the ball to the Dragons, and then that one. They're too good.
Yeah.
Quick out of dummy half. Here it is. There's the drop ball.
Garlic, I think it was, that had the spill. And you keep turning the ball over inside your half, you will pay a price.
Look
Good
at that.
work from Cook.
Yeah,
no markers.
Man down. That's the trigger for him to run straight away there for Cook. Man down on the ground, caught, push up around the ball. The fullback Dufty tries to make the tackle, just spins out of it. Cook too strong.
Yeah, well, they needed that, the Dragons, didn't they?
Just to settle things down. I mean, they're totally dominating all the stats you could think of. They've had 76% territory at their end, 7 offloads to 1. South have had 17 missed tackles. And South have done very well to keep that score as it was. Damien Cook, 9 years at South Sydney. And a report this week that he's expected to get a deal very soon, if it hasn't been done already, for 2027 here at St George Illawarra.
Of course, Jacob Little's out for an extended period, so it'd be mad not to sign him, wouldn't they?
Kick here. Straight through. So Dragons 12, South Sydney 6.
Here's the try again. He's been dangerous, hasn't he, Leilu, with those offloads and causing havoc every time he goes back through the middle. Cook, no marker, man on the ground. Good finish.
So Cook, you can't allow him. Doesn't matter how old he is. You cannot allow him to give. You can't give him that sort of space. There's Brandon Smith, recovering from that knee injury, of course, and then hopefully we get to see plenty of him in first grade this year. Good for him just to get some football under his belt. As we go to Tiana, we saw Jonah Glover. This was a nasty looking incident early. What can you tell us?
Terrible news, gents, with Jonah Glover having a confirmed fractured jaw. So he'll be out for a couple of months, no doubt, to open the season, and we wish him all the best.
Terrible. Thank you, Tiana. Yeah, you knew it was bad. He just couldn't stand up at one point. The way that blood was coming out and the way he was hit. That's terrible news for Jonah Glover. This was the big night for him to impress and put his name up in lights here at South, but his time will come later. Now here's Gufferson. 15 and a half to go in this first half. No drinks break needed here. It's pretty good conditions. Atkinson to get as much distance on that as he ended up finding. His kicking game's been good, but Dufty winding up really for the first time, getting just a sniff of space. Yeah, a little bit of space there, but he was shut down by the Dragons' defence. This is a bit better field position for South Sydney. They can get the ball down the ground here. That's a good strong carry as well. Jordy Mazzone comes from the Canterbury club. Big try scorer in the New South Wales Cup last year. 12 in 12 games. The Michael Bolton hair, but the strong run. Now it's a carry. Looks like John Riddell, North Queensland product. Yeah, Queensland kid. Ward. We'll get this one to drop down about 8 out. Tui Palotu. He's going to be set upon very quickly. Afualo is the 24 for South Sydney. William Afualo, another player from the Bulldogs that is here tonight. Is that 2-2? 6 run. Blake Laurie played last week. Sewer. Handy offload. Gutherson with space. Gutherson burns them away. He's got Atkinson on the right. Atkinson, throws it to Cook. And that might prove to be one of the bomb tries of the entire 2026 season. Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face too. I'll tell you what I liked about that break there from the Dragons. The number of players who were in around the ball. Anticipation again from Gutherson.
He chooses to go on the outside here. And Cook, you could smell the try line. Oh, it was put right in his breadbasket.
Yeah, it was too good a pass, wasn't it? Too good a pass.
He was laughing. Did you see who wasn't? Yes, Flanagan.
Lucky it's only a trial, Dan.
Yeah, it's Ward. How did you treat trials, Kevin, in your time at the Broncos?
Depending on how many games I played. But look, they're a necessity. You got to have them. But you know, obviously the younger players treat them differently when you're coming in and you're lacking a bit of first grade experience. Treat them differently to the older players. So, but they're a necessity, and you've got to have them for many reasons.
There's Ward putting up a kick. Again, pretty comfortably caught in the end.
You know, and tonight we've seen a couple of one bad injury, which that's the negative of trials.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I was driving down here, Kevin. I thought, geez, touchwood, we've been okay.
Yeah.
And then we have Matt Burton, and now we have injuries here tonight.
Jonah Glover, he's done 3 months of pre-season training, all for this, getting himself ready for the season, and it's a bad injury. So he'll be back.
Cook's really brought that run-first mentality here for this contest. Mamazelos does well. Flanagan dummy half. Oof. Glad to have that one over. Atkins, he dropped it.
Well, you couldn't really blame him for that.
That is an unforced error, and that is a gift for South Sydney. Only 30 metres out.
He'll shake that off. It slipped out of his hand.
Yes.
Flanagan.
Didn't quite get a right grip on it, did he?
Well, here's a chance here for South. They scored last time they were down here in this sort of zone, so I reckon their preferred side is there, right. The left-hand defence of the Dragons at times has looked pretty ordinary.
No. Foul play. Can't be quick on foul play.
Penalty 20 metres out here for the Red and Greens.
Waiting. Okay, that's it there, Peter. Just wait.
Got 3 penalties and 3 set restarts.
Go. No tackles beyond.
John Riddell. We've seen him in the pre-season before in North Queensland colours.
Yeah, Big Johnny.
Square. Hold.
Mamazelos for Humphreys. Humphreys for Ward. And the pass out to Hubner now playing on the edge. That's come out. And that's the end of that for South. Their chance comes and goes quickly. And now St George Illawarra will get the boot it downfield. A dangerous tackle on Laurie.
Yeah, it's getting a bit sloppy here in the game now. There's a couple of little errors and penalties. That's your man on their block.
Yeah, Laurie's been around for a fair while now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he looks a little bit fitter this year.
Some good nick.
Good solid forward for the Dragons for a long time now.
Gentle breeze now here at wind. There was absolutely no breeze 20 minutes ago, and whatever little breeze there is, it's into the faces of the Dragons.
You're right, Dan. The scoreline probably doesn't reflect the dominance here from the Dragons. That's not taking anything away from South. Just they've created twice as many opportunities. Scoreboard should have been ticking over a bit better.
The next play again, work to the right. That's where the Dragons really have attacked South Sydney. Comes back for Cook. Inside the 40, inside the last 10 minutes of this first half. Hamish Stewart. Every run seems to be with real intent. Just had to haul that one in before putting boot to ball and burst through the hands of 2.
On Dragons.
So an underwhelming end to that set.
Yeah, that breeze might have had influenced that kick where it landed. It's a little bit shallow to create a try-scoring opportunity. But again, 10 metres off their line, that's not a bad place for the Dragons to start their defensive set from. Pretty important 10 minutes here, or 8 minutes left in the game for the Dragons, because Shane Flanagan pre-game said that, you know, hopefully after 40 minutes he'll be able to give some of these boys a bit of a rest, but he mightn't pull that cord now that the score is where it is.
Mamazelos going for a 40-20, trying to use the breeze to his advantage. He's got a good angle on it, and just short. Gutherson was in the perfect position there, and that's cruel from the touch judge. But it was never a 40-20 as good as that kick was. Smart thinking.
Yeah, it was just a bit high, wasn't it? It allowed Gutherson enough time to get across, and just watch it go over the sideline.
Yeah, I love dummy halves that can kick out from that area. Everyone's on side when they kick from that position. And just a little bit unfortunate. The idea was right. Execution a little bit off.
Hey, plenty of football tomorrow here on Fox League. Highlighted by the All-Stars. 1 p.m. is when it starts. Women's All-Stars first, then the men's live from Waikato in New Zealand. There's a few South and George Illawarra players there. Josh Kerr, Jack Whiten's part of it, Tallis Duncan. So that'll be tomorrow afternoon here on Fox League. Hamish Stewart on to Atkinson now in here for the truck. Helen Gahu. Laurie wrapped up by certainly Kepi, and it looked like LeBlanc as well. And now Kepi putting some pressure on and knocking Atkinson over after he kicked it up. They go, and that's a tremendous catch. Well, he was knocked off his feet, Bailey Bentley Harpe, but he did not take his eyes off that ball. Dufty. Basically what we've seen of Dufty is that. Just tucking it under the arm from deep in his own area. No zone. Ward going into dummy half. And you can see the changes just starting to really take effect. Tim Johansson, that man, former Tiger, playing it before the kick is put through. And it's a deep one. Gutherson using Tui Piloto as a decoy. Now Sully. Sully winding up, beats one, beats two, beats a third. Looking good tonight, Moses Sully, with a couple of very strong runs. Set 2-2. Ninth run. The veteran, really, of the cup scene. Oh, what a pass it would have been if it hit Gutherson. And it just didn't hit the mark, and now South. Wonderful chance.
That was Couchman at the line too. Well skilled, the boys, in the second season in the NRL. And just ball didn't go to hand. Good idea. I hope he doesn't tuck it under his arm and run all the time. That's good ball playing at the line there for him, Couchman.
It was a line break if the pass stuck. It was Ryan Couchman. Toby has come off after his first stint. Bunnies now up to the 20 on tackle 3. Mamazelos. A little peek to his left. Now he's going to come to the right side. Johansson, born in Switzerland, up to the 10. Dufty's lurking on the left. Here he is. Dufty puts in a kick, gets the rebound, and he's over. And he claims the try. Dufty on his old home ground gets a sweet moment as he gets the South Sydney Rabbitohs their second try.
Yeah, a little bit of magic there from Matt Dufty. That's what he brings to this South Sydney side. It was a nice little kick. Got a lucky bounce, but you make your own luck sometimes, particularly close to the try line. And you just mentioned a minute or two ago, Dan, he hasn't had much opportunities in the good ball situation, but he went after it here. Well, it's a lot more luck than skill there. What do you think?
Yeah, but still, he's good enough to get that ball. First receiver, little grubber, tries to put in there, the bounce up, stays alive, gets the football back. Tell you what, he's got a number of dragons around him there to make the tackle. He shows good strength to get that ball down.
Very strong.
And that looked like it slipped out, but he held onto it, it seemed, the whole way.
Yeah, he's got it. He did well to get it back there. And then he's still, you know, 1.5 metres, 2 metres of work to do. Well, still, they might have a look at this. Does he get it down cleanly?
Yeah, he certainly does. The only thing I can see, Kev, if a Dragon's hand was in there while he was bobbling it, but that doesn't look to be the case.
No.
That's a good try.
Well done.
This is a very spirited performance from South Sydney. And Dufty did so many good things here at the Dragons. 82 games. And back here in Australia, as we said at the top of the broadcast, he's here on a New South Wales Cup contract. But you just never know. You just never know.
You've got to take your opportunity. And he's doing that tonight. He's been good under the high ball. Look at the strength here. He's got 1, 2, he's got 3 Dragons players in the picture, but he still manages to get it down.
And I believe finally it's been given. They wanted that one last look. There it is. There it is. So, chance to level this up.
Well, both sides have been able to spring on mistakes made by the opposition to score tries. Couchman a little bit earlier trying to get that ball away.
Well, the kick is good. 12 points all. So game very much on. Shane Flanagan's not going to be happy. He might threaten him at half-time. If you don't do something special in the second half, you're going to stay at the circus in Vegas.
The big games are coming up, aren't they?
So only 2 weeks away, Las Vegas, by the way, for I'm sure you're well aware at home. It does come around so quickly. Starts with the Super League, Hull KR versus Leeds Rhinos, and then Knights Cowboys, Doggies Dragons, all 3 live right here. The 4K cameras, ad break free during play. It doesn't get better. There's a strong run from Kepi. And the Under Armour. Bit of confidence about South. Liam LeBlanc from Ingham in Queensland. Still just 21 years of age. Very solid year last year in first grade. 11, Tom Fletcher. The Coonamble lad who debuted late last season. There's a sharp offload again. It's Kepi connecting with Dufty. Out it comes now to Afua Arlaw. And South Sydney showing a bit of expansion in this set with 2 minutes to go in the first half. What's Ashton Ward got in mind? He puts up a high kick, Marzone flying through. But Gutherson is back there. Steady hands, takes that one. That's a wonderful set from South.
He's made a little bit of a difference as he's come on, Kepi. It's not a big, well, it's not a big pack for South Sydney. They're very mobile, but the bigger man coming on, being able to get a couple of offloads. So it's upset the defensive line of the Dragons. The last couple of minutes that he's been on.
Laurie.
He's away now. Square, Tom.
Gutherson.
Last tackle, 1-2, roll out. Hold. Yeah, last one. Inside 40.
Atkinson going deep. Dufty really has come alive, hasn't he, in those last 5 or 6 minutes, crashing into Leilua and Sully there.
Damien up square. Hold.
Leilua trying to get involved in that tackle as well. So Humphreys, early ball now for the centre, Latrell Seagull. Fletcher over halfway. So inside the last minute of this opening period. A little run from Mamazelos. Can't quite split the last tackle. Mamazelos wanted 6 more tackles. Didn't get it. Humphreys short side. High kick. Tricky. And oh, wonderful positioning by Gutherson as the backstop. And that saves what could have been a catastrophe for the Dragons.
Yeah, it was a gutsy effort there by the South Sydney chasers, trying to put the pressure on again. Shifting the ball early.
Proper contest this. We've had a few draws in Charity Shields. And we're all tied up right now. So a lot for South Sydney fans to be proud of there. St George Illawarra, clearly the better team, but just can't quite deliver at times with that polish. So 12 points all in the Charity Shield. St George Illawarra and South Sydney. And Vonnie will have Kevy on the other side of this, with this Charity Shield very much to play for. And as Damien Cook having a chat with Jerry Sutton. Well, we've told you once, we've told you twice. Las Vegas live right here on Fox League.
They call you late.
Put on a try down the other end once he got the opportunity, and now he's been busy at the back, no doubt about that. 76 running metres, but he's been clean under the high ball so far. A good return for Dufty.
So the boxers, Matt Dufty, the former Dragon and Bulldog. So both sides are out there. Get the sense it's a big half for Tyrell Sloan. If he's going to force his way back into the 17 for the Las Vegas clash with the Canterbury Bulldogs. And off we go. So Breeze, again, rather innocuous, but whatever there is, this time it favours the Dragons.
Stand now, Hamish.
It looks like Gutherson's going to have a little bit of a rest too, so Sloan moving back to fullback. He was probably their best player in the first half. Gutherson, elusive, always on the ball.
Nazareth Tower, the number 23 for South Sydney. As the man that headed up on the previous play. Now Liam LeBlanc. That was their loss on. Dufty really seemed to step it up in the last 15 minutes of the first half. A lot of runs like that, pushing through. He wasn't doing it early, but the high kick here brings Sloan forward and set to 2. For a split second, there was a little confusion, but no problem. And penalty, South's offside. That's an expensive one. And the Dragons should be able to go right on the attack.
Yeah, it's a good one to kick off the second half, isn't it? Get a penalty like that and you straight in the attacking zone. If they go for a little bit of distance here with the kick for touch. Just on the halfway line. Let's see the Saints roll on now.
So in the end, the stats evened up towards the end of the first half in terms of possession and field position. Dragons had 30 tackles inside South's territory for the 2 tries. Alan Gahu. Those runs with a bit of fury. There's Atkinson on. The Dragons look very, very loose there. Amy Stewart up in the line, the ball put down with Sloan. And perhaps a fingertip from Flanagan, but Sloan certainly made a bird of it there. So messy.
Yeah, I thought he lost sight of it there. I know he made the knock on there, Sloan, but it looked like Flanagan just blinded him from catching that ball. He caught it late. The side of it late anyway.
Ramazelos out of the back of the scrum. So that's the story for the Dragons. On top for the first 25 minutes in the run of play. South had made a lot of errors, forced into a lot of errors, but it's been the Dragons that have been clumsy since. And Blanc up to Humphreys. Humphreys out for Seagull. A lot of running for Seagull. He's 11th there.
He's a good young player. Played at South in Brisbane last year. Fullback, 5'8", centre. He covers a lot of positions.
In the top 30 next year, so that they clearly think a lot of him. As he comes out now to Nazareth Tower. Kiwi, who got the nasty injury last year, but he's back, and now South Sydney swing it across. Dufty, out it goes. This is lovely. This is wonderful. This is a try. This is Seagull over to put South Sydney on top.
Gee, that was good ball movement again from the South Sydney side. They've grown in confidence as this game has gone on. Dufty in to make that extra man again out the back. His speed, get on the outside of the Dragons here. Seagull, gee, he showed a clean pair of heels. Show and go. The cover was coming across there again. There was 3 Saints around him. They can't make the tackle. And that'll boost their confidence even more, the South Sydney side. First to score in the second half.
Yeah, he's a huge South Sydney fan as well, this kid growing up. Big fan of Latrell Mitchell. It's great to see him in these colours and scoring tries, because he's a very talented young player. Good strength there as well, didn't he, to get the ball over the line and then down. Well done. That's really good stuff.
I think you might have sawed the bugbear with Shane Flanagan there with Tyrell Sloan. It's about his defence. He's put on a fair bit of size, but there was a number of players around him, but try and make a bigger effort than that. Bounced off the shoulder there. A little bit of an arm grab at the end of it.
Well, in the first half, South did well to peg leads back twice. Now they have the lead for the first time. Bentley Harpe put them out by 6. Looking into the breeze. This will not be easy. But this is a wonderful spot for South to be in. And no good. But it's South in front, 16 points to 12. Down to you on the sideline. Tiana Penitani Gray, down to you.
Well, the message at halftime from Ben Hornby, gentlemen, was to keep it simple. He was excited that they were still in the game when they probably shouldn't be after that first half of a lot of defence. And he just wanted them to keep it simple, complete high, kick to corners, and that's exactly what they've done to open up this first half.
So Dragons now. Just a hint of scoreboard pressure. Long way to go. 4 points down. But, I'm going to be going to Vegas with a loss here of the team that looked infinitely stronger on paper.
Give room now, Marcus.
There's Kepi.
Go one.
Needs to play it. Jeez, this youngster has had some strong runs. Tower.
Well, clear it. Hold.
Bumped into Wayne Bennett at half-time, and he was very happy with his side's performance in the first half, and young Jonah Glover was there. Gee, he's got the jaw taped up. Poor bugger.
Yeah, broken or fractured jaw suspected as the diagnosis. LeBlanc's run followed up by Dufty. South with some real momentum. A wonderful set this.
It's amazing what a try can do to team. They just lift their levels, don't they, their enthusiasm.
Humphreys puts out one high and 2 catches it easily, but he's got nowhere to go. And then he throws a hospital pass, and it's a try! Bentley Harpe gifted a 4-pointer, and the Dragons here collapsing. South Sydney are believing that they can win against the odds.
Well, they are believing, and they're coming out with that on the scoreboard as well. That gives them belief. It was an error from the Dragons, certainly, but they were there in numbers to swarm on it. Another good kick into the right corner there. And, well, he's just got to take the ball to ground here, hasn't he? But he's looking to try and promote it. And, well, there's a try to South Sydney.
Yeah, I think it was 2. He's been so destructive in the first half when he just tucked the ball under his arm and ran as hard as he could. It was good defence there. Bentley Harpe right on the spot, scoops the football up.
Now, look, block, there's 5 or 6 South Sydney jerseys in that frame and just 2 Dragons. That's been the story of the night, really.
Well, South go back-to-back for the first time. Look at them. They're excited about a 2 on the sideline.
Gee, that's a fair bit of talent. For feeder.
There's your salary cap sitting there.
For feeder, who was it? Walker, Murray, Latrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're happy with great reason. Bit of panic about St George Illawarra. And Bentley Harpe drills the kick 22 to 12. 22 to 12. Now, to be fair to the Dragons, their group of youngsters were excellent last week against Newcastle, so no reason why they can't claw right back into this game. This was not so excellent, though, and it's a real shame for Setu too, because he's been terrific at times tonight.
Yeah, and it's a learning. It's only a trial. Let's keep it real. That's a good learning curve for him, though.
Yeah, Thomas Fletcher was the man who made the tackle, just flung him around. He tried to offload the ball, so he's worked the house down. Thomas Fletcher so far for the Bunnies.
Ooh,
grown in confidence as the game's gone on.
Heavy defence there on Kepi and Tau. Nazareth, 20 years of age. Ward dummy half. The 19, John Riddell. LeBlanc has brought his typical punch. Dufty again. This is becoming, well, something to be expected. The Dufty run on the 5th down the middle. It's been effective. Ashton Ward clearing it. Sloan right near his try line. What a lovely line of South Sydney defenders.
Up together, front foot here, Leah. Hold.
So it's South on top. And Setu this time does what he's done well. Just carrying it forward. Tui Pilotu bumps Ward out of the way. Tower, though, finishes him off quickly. Now a chance here for Flanagan, although he's chopped down. But a threatening run, and now followed up by Cook. He's already gone all the way for a try once tonight. As it comes out to Sloan, bit of space opening up here for St George Illawarra. David Farley. And real commitment from the Red and Greens. Final play, 2. Atkinson has done the bulk of the kicking. Going to get that one to drop inside the 10. Dufty steady as she goes tonight.
Yeah, he's been very good tonight, Dufty, under that high ball. A lot of pressure there coming through. He took it very calmly. Be enjoying this at the moment.
Geordie Mazzone, the former Bulldog, playing on the wing.
He's had some strong carries as well.
So 12 all at half time. It was 12-6 Dragons just before the break.
I tell you what, they've done well, the South Sydney side. Share the workload around, haven't they? It hasn't been any real standout performances, but as a team, they've played well.
Turned out okay for South Sydney in the end. Mike Humphries not panicking and putting boot to ball. Dragons tries. Clint Gutherson in the 9th minute. Damien Cook in the 23rd minute. At that point, it seemed, well, likely that the Dragons were going to push forward and run away. That has certainly not been the case. Zul. Haven't lost a trial, the Dragons, since the 24 Charity Shield. They've won 4 straight in the pre-season. Atkinson dishing off. And a little hit and spin move from Helen Gahu. 30 metres from the South Sydney line. And Atkinson with the chase, led by Flanagan. He actually overruns it. Setu catches it. He's got work to do. He finds Farley. Farley back to 2. Geez, they're making something out of nothing here. Atkinson cross field. Leilua taps it back. And Mazzone didn't quite get the bounce, but he touched it. And it's 6 more tackles. Well, that might just be the luck the Dragons needed. The halves combine. And Flanagan goes to ground. Back for Atkinson. Turning it in for Laurie. St George Illawarra looking for their first points of this second period. Flanagan on the ball. Ryan Couchman. He got away from Kepi. Not away from the next wave. They've really tightened up their defence, South. And now Helen Gahu takes 3 to get involved. And LeBlanc was there just in case as a 4th defender. Here's Cook, a little stutter step, and got away with that pass. Last play. Cook rolls it in. Lovely. Beautiful try, Leilua. Cook threading it through, and Leilua and Hamish Stewart there as well. That's just what the doctor ordered for the Red V.
Yeah, I was talking about it with the ability to kick out a dummy half. Hookers, everyone's on side straight away. Leilua, good performance from him to chase through. Oh, if you would have seen that in the last few years, but have a look and they know exactly what's on. Any number of players could have scored there. Leilua gets over the stripe. Beautiful kick. Just threads the needle through.
He's off the left foot as well. Highly skilled play there from Cook. He made it look easy, but that's quite a difficult task. How many times that hits legs and ricochets and all sorts of things, but a much needed try there for the Dragons. It doesn't matter how they get them, just got to get them at the moment. because Souths are taking it to them, and score a couple more here, take some confidence over, load it on that jet plane and take it to Vegas.
You imagine that might just steady some nerves. And it just stops the bleeding after conceding 3 straight tries. Long way to go in this game.
Damien Cook's done enough now. He's having a spell.
Good contribution, very good contribution.
Yeah.
Scored 1, set 1 up.
Yeah, he's a very reliable player, is he? Very experienced player. He'll handle the big lights in Vegas, I would have thought, Dan.
I think so. I think I don't think we'll be seeing any dramas in the headlines involving Damien Cook, Kevy. I think.
No, I mean on the field. I think.
Well, that
fine.
too.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll handle that with aplomb. Now, Flanagan. 22 points to 18. A good charity shield here live on Fox League. And Damien Cook, who plays about 66 minutes a game these days, just getting an early mark. Val Holmes with a big smile on his face. He had a twinge, looked like a hamstring twinge he picked up at training. Safety first measures taken there, keep him out of this one.
It's so important for him to go back-to-back now, the Dragons. Fantastic understanding there. They knew exactly what was on. You see how flat they were when Cook put the little grubber in. Found Leilua.
The old master was watching on there. Yeah. He looks like he just needs a fishing rod. That would complete the look. Doesn't he look relaxed, Wayne Bennett? Now it's a hit up from Tui Paluta. By the way, it's all happening here on Fox. Australia's premier endurance race is live and exclusive tomorrow from 5:30 a.m. So 12 hours of Bathurst. That's on Fox Sports. Now here's Hamish Stewart. Bending that defensive line back once again.
And Kyle Flanagan's gone into the dummy half area after Cook has been replaced.
You brought it up earlier, no? Jacob Little for the start of the season, so that is a role that's probably going to have to be filled the first few weeks. A backup dummy half, up goes Setu. Just couldn't quite handle it, and the Rabbitohs come away with the ball. Trying to just get it out. Humphreys delivering a pass, and Dragons. It's amazing what a try can do, even in a trial. They've certainly been emboldened and reinvigorated.
Yeah, their line speed has gone up a notch, hasn't it? Their attention to detail with their defence.
This is as hard a set as Souths have had probably since midway through the first half. Kepi in, Johansson. Decent finish though for Souths, getting it close to halfway with a tackle to spare. Dufty with a nonchalant take. Garlic going into dummy half. Humphreys, the left foot bomb. Flying under pressure. And he bumps off Ward as he takes the catch.
Well, they're keeping it nice and simple, the Rabbitohs, just making the Dragons pretty similar to the first half, really, but the roles have been reversed. Continually bringing the ball off their line.
Barely over the 20 here. 24 left. This charity shield might go down to the wire. Last year it was a pretty comfy win for the Dragons. 46-26. Leilua. Offload. Flanagan. Atkinson. Ryan Couchman now. Farley with a bit of room. Setu 2 cutting back in. Atkinson. Plenty of time to put these kicks up. Dufty. Away from Gula. Away from Flanagan. Tremendous. Matt Dufty. He is reviving some of the glory days back in the late 2010s and early 2020s. Matt Dufty.
Yeah, you've got to get on the back of that, but the South Sydney side. Great run there from Dufty. He would have made 40 metres upfield in that run.
There's Rick Tower. So the Bunnies, Corsi getting into the game. So they've just about used them all, South Sydney. Maybe a couple of players to complete the set of 26. With this high ball into the corner.
Again, nice set from the Rabbitohs. They're winning the field position battle at the moment. Bit of a breeze at their back, which is helping them, but they're playing very smart.
I guess here, if South Sydney managed to hold on, it probably is the biggest upset in Charity Shield history. I don't know to mention odds, but it was very lopsided coming into this game. This is Matt Fionney running onto the ball. Very tight, he played the ball as well. 2. Over the 40. Set for set right now. A big kick, a bit of a wobbler, but safely taken again by Dufty. Drawing in 2 defenders. That's textbook stuff from Dufty. Then and in and away from Bentley Harpe.
He's a good mover, isn't he? Bentley Harpe. Quick play the ball, starting to get a bit of advantage here. Doing things a little bit quicker than the Dragons at the moment. Souths. And
Junior Totola just enters the game, so good bit of experience to perhaps finish this off for South Sydney. Varcosi, 31 metres out. Plenty of tackles here for South. Short side play for Ward. Little stutter step with the pass to Tower. As they open up the left. Ward calling the shots right now. Varcosi. Ward on the short side. Humphreys the open. It comes to the open. Totola to Humphreys. Now the kick. That's got a bit of pepper on it. Oh, and almost taking it. Bentley Harpe. 2 was backing back. And it was complicated. It was difficult. But if Bentley Harpe had held onto that ball, that could have been a try. And Dufty, an excellent performance from him. Looks like it's come to an end.
Yeah, he's having a spell, and Seagull has gone back to fullback. One of his more natural positions.
Would have had a little work to do there, Bentley Harpe, had he caught it, but he certainly would have had some momentum. Leilua getting through plenty of minutes here.
And plenty of work too. Yeah, Leilua.
41 metres away. Toby Couchman, second stint now for him. Atkinson fires it out. King Tongia gets a taste of this contest, delivering a pass for Sloan. King Tongia with the end over end kick. First test here for Seagull at the back. And he's basically done a Dufty. So we enter the last 20 minutes of a pretty gripping game. And now the Dragons here really trying to force something. Mazzone driven sideways. Oh, that's an enormous penalty. Third tackle, 10-metre line. Dragons called offside.
Yeah, just creeping up. I think the play the ball speed there tripped them a little bit. Very keen to get up and amongst this South Sydney. Oh, has it gone out?
Tap. It's a tap.
It's a touch, but that won't matter. South Sydney ball.
Hold. Go.
So I think Souths have really tidied up. The missed tackles, they had 26 in the first 35 minutes. 26 in the first 35, and they've had 10 since. Much sterner defence. Humphreys into the line and then passing for Matthew Humphreys. No relation. 19 years old, also a halves player. And now they've made it to the 30-metre line. South Sydney. Elijah Keung, the 21. The 15 is the veteran Totola. Big last play now with Humphreys. Again, kicking it towards the Bentley Harpe side, although it comes off hands And it's claimed here by Hubner. It looks messy, and it's going up as no try.
We were on last tackle from the kick, had no try. Confers back off Dragons, but whether there's a South hands come through and also contact through the air, that there's genuine contest and not just denying him an opportunity.
He's a competitor, Hubner.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing, Block.
Always around the ball. He's probably the smallest front rower I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, he's more of a 13, but under the circumstances tonight, he's got 10 on his back.
So listen here, Seagull's hands in there. There's 2 Dragons. Firstly, is it a Dragons knock on, which would guarantee at least South Sydney would get the
ball's
ball
knocked back by the Dragons and now touches the arm of Latrell and travels forward, which is a knock on.
So that's the end of that. South Sydney knock on. We don't have to get to the Hubner element.
Backwards touch.
No.
And then the knock-ons in field of play. Yeah, it's going to be a scrum, mate, because it's back off you first and then knocked on by South.
Yeah, 10-metre scrum.
Scrum, boys.
Right.
10-metre scrum.
18 minutes to go. Where do they find some points here, Block?
Well, firstly, we've got to go up the other end of the field. As you said, Kevin, a little bit earlier, that sort of reversed the role. The Saints have been, well, the Dragons have been caught on their own goal line for the bulk of this second half. Just the energy of this South Sydney side. I tell you what, they're super fit.
Okay, Daniel.
Great line speed. And they've fixed up those missed tackles from the first half. So they've had a lot more ball in the second half. They've been able to hold the Dragons out. They've really struggled to get up over the 30 here.
It's turned into something trials often don't. That is a bit of a set-for-set contest.
A bit of a slugfest, yeah.
Lua thought he was hit high there. King Tongi is short side.
I think we're going to see something from Sloan here. They've been put on in place of Gutherson. He's got that broken field speed.
Also interesting, Block, to see if Atkinson and King Tongi can spark something as a duo in the halves, with Flanagan going into the backup dummy half role. More than enough time to see something here. Atkinson, high one. Seen this over and over tonight. And over it's been caught. And Seagull with a bit of footwork. Moved like a ghost.
Yeah, there's a little bit of fancy footwork from the young playmaker. This is where they've been very good tonight, South, just bringing the ball off their line. Very simple stuff. Wayne Bennett coached teams.
There's a forward pass there, I believe.
Come on.
That is
commentator's curse. Hey? Every time.
It's rare that the curse happens mid-comment. That's your gold standard.
I got the special touch.
That's your gold standard. That's not a duck, that's a golden duck.
Yes. Sorry, South.
Well, here we go. Here's their chance.
All right. Sloan's the man for you, Block?
Oh, I think so.
I think
Atkinson get himself involved.
The entire back line is on the left here. Crashing upfield, Pasifiki Tonga. This big 121-kilo prop forward. King Tonga running and falling only a couple of metres short. Matthew Humphries first to meet him. Back for Flanagan. Toby Couchman towards the goalposts. Ball's come out. How's it come out?
One-on-one. South takes it that way.
South Sydney knock on.
I'll get the ball back here.
South Sydney knock on. So called a one-on-one strip, which is clever, but a knock on.
Okay, Bucky.
Yeah, who's challenging this?
The on-field decision is that Selesi strips the ball one-on-one and knocks it on.
Yeah, there's no point the Dragons challenging just to try and get a penalty here. One-on-one, two-on-one, they're getting it back. So Selesi Ata.
Look at the left hand here of Selesi. He moves to cupping the ball. He now pulls it out one-on-one and the ball travels forward, which is a knock-on. Challenge is unsuccessful.
Knock on, guys. Scrum. Dragons feed.
Righto.
It's a pretty minor rate there, wasn't it?
Couchman looks like he's got a bit of an eye problem there as well. Maybe a finger in the eye, but
Foot the line, boys.
looks okay.
Hey,
It's been good tonight. Some good runs, some strong carries. Need a few more of them to create some ruck speed for these halves to work on.
So middle of the field, this one, Pax, and we see players jump to the right.
Play on.
And it was all a decoy as it comes to a flat-footed Tui Pilotu. And now they start 11 metres out. For the difference, 15 to go. Pasifiki Tonga.
Got to put him on the ground that close to the line.
Tongia first receiver. A little bobble from Gula. Splashed away from Totola. Flanagan. Atkinson. Front man. Well read. Ryan Couchman. Swallowed up by the defence. Hubner there. And help from Seagull as well. And Garlick. Now the other Couchman. Toby driving towards the line. This is tackle number 5. And now we come to a crucial moment of this contest. Atkinson reaches up. High kick. And it is off hands. And it looks like a line dropout. It looks like a clean punch out the back. Yeah, the pressure will continue provided the Saints get this back off the restart. Yeah, Jay Kirk clearing it away. Playing the safety first game.
No escorts here, you've got to go straight back. Don't escort.
This is the second dropout of the night. The second dropout. Humphreys. Got the distance. Blake Laurie was there. And then it bounces back. And Dufty has come back into the game and is away. Well, that was a short-lived break.
Yeah, the dropout just bounced back into South territory.
There were 4 Dragons there. No one wanted it.
Looking at each other.
Laurie didn't know if he was a blocker or if he was, I know that's his nickname, if he was supposed to block the path of the Rabbitohs or catch the thing. The Souths take a step closer to an enormous upset. Halfway. This is a good driving run. Ata. He's come on late. He's wearing number 8. He's a big thing. So let's see Ata. 22 metres out. That's the Humphreys kick. That's the contest. Bouncing back for Sloan. And now Sloan winds up. Sloan might have got the most faint of ankle taps from Lockie Hubner, and that may have proven crucial. 13 to go.
Let's have a look at the mindset of the halves now for the Dragons. Try and move this ball around, play catch up. They're behind on the scoreboard. They need to be the next to score.
Unbelievable. It's taken by Mazzone and he's going to score. They've done it again, the Dragons. They've thrown the ball to South Sydney. And Johnny Mazzone can celebrate as the Bunnies can sniff an enormous Charity Shield upset.
Yeah, a huge upset here in Wollongong. And Mazzone, he was on the spot, wasn't he? The locks were flowing. He pounced on it. Just a loose pass here again from the Rabbitohs. Just not quite knowing their roles there. And the ball, well, it just bounced up into his arms.
You can just go to attention to detail. You have a look at that line dropout. No one went for it. There was 4 players around it for the Dragons, and then a loose pass, swoops on it straight away. Great pace. And the Bunnies.
Well, they've got some work to do here, the Dragons. Just the errors, little errors in their play is costing them big time.
Well, the difference is 2 tries. And they're the 2 tries that were handed to them.
Errors, yeah. Simple errors too that South Sydney have capitalised on.
So the Moorebank Ram is over. And, well, that shouldn't be surprised by that, going by his New South Wales Cup strike rate of 1 per game. I'll tell you what, there are a few South Sydney fans that have made the trip down. You can see plenty of red and green, the old Smith's Crisp jumpers, quite popular around the place. Boy, I bet they're glad they came now. Humphreys nails the kick. It's 10 the margin with 11 to play.
Yeah, and the energy of South Sydney as well is coming back from that kick. They're all running back into their spots and they're keen to get this thing moving. Just a little bit out front, but there's no energy or urgency there from the Dragons players. Here we go.
So Dragons now. Too early for a short kickoff. Sloan, ball on tee. Rudy Marzone, and who gets the ball. Conventional kickoff, and of course, After all the talk in the off-season, the kickoff rules won't be changing this year. It will be conceding team will continue to kick off. Atata, man in number 8. Ben Hornby running the show here for South Sydney. And of course, he proved himself to be a first-grade coach in the making when he filled in as a caretaker some time back. South Sydney, that was unforced, that was unnecessary. They spread it, which is something they haven't been doing much of. And now St George Illawarra are handed a chance.
Yeah, no real need to sort of fire that pass there from Dufty. Just taking the tackle.
Just needed to stick to the game plan that they've done. They've just been real clinical, haven't they? Just haven't tried anything out of hand that time in their own half. Tried to force the football. It's given the Dragons a little bit of a sniff here.
Dufty threw the pass that was eventually put down. So the Dragons now needing 2 scores. Once again, they are the holders of the shield, so a draw will do. But they're a long way from that at the moment. Atkinson is finding Pasifiki Tonga.
Clear it now. Marcus square. Hold.
They've got some spark in them. Emre Gula down the middle, looking for the offload. Not short on offloads. 15 of them recorded. Here's a hit up and a hospital pass. Bryle. I thought it was brilliantly taken by Flanagan, but he couldn't hang on to it. Couchman throwing the risky ball.
Well done there by Matthew Humphries, the 18. For the South Sydney side, just stayed up, put the pressure on. Just watch him come up here. As the ball flops out the back, he just stays alive. Look at that. There's the tackle. Well done. No ball watching there.
Yes, Ben Hornby. He'll be delighted with what he has seen tonight, almost regardless of what happened in the last 9 minutes.
Okay, go. 1.
Wayne, I believe, will bring up 1,000 games, not this year, but next year, touch wood. The old master's still got it going by the events of this week. 1,000 games.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
All right, a carry now. This is more like it from South Sydney.
I reckon he would have seen it all in those 1,000. Everything that could possibly happen in footy.
I reckon several times over block.
Yeah.
This is a spiral. Bit of wind here.
Oh, nice catch.
Excellent catch by Sloan. That almost got away from him. Great kick too. Haven't seen too many of those speculating type kicks. But St George Illawarra stay alive. Just 1 try since the 23rd minute. They need 2 more here. Been plenty of Couchmans in the last few minutes. That's Ryan Couchman. Jay Kirk in the tackle. Oh, Cade Reid, could he be the hero again? King Tongia putting up a high kick. And that's just end over end, so Dufty swallows that. Just happy to work it to the middle. Well, they're nearly there, really, South Sydney. Post game coming up here, and Vonnie will be running the show. And not for the Rabbitohs, perhaps, to celebrate the way this is looking.
It was 12 all at the break, wasn't it? And then South got those 2 tries in the second half.
Tatoa. Matthew Humphries putting up a kick again into the wind. This one taken with real confidence from Sloan, but it needs to happen in a hurry here for St George Illawarra. Hayden Buchanan, the man who carried that last play in jersey 24. Tui Pilotu there. Reid. 2. He's not short of hard work. Setu 2. That's his 20th run. Gula. Reid is on the right here. But again, no magic act here. And they'll just try and hope really for a South Sydney error as Dufty, his 17th run. Really, it's hard to think one bad pass, but boy, it's hard to think of too much he's done wrong tonight, Matt Dufty.
He's been good at the back and very safe under that high ball.
Front foot hold. Go.
Obviously, you've got Jai Gray, top dog there, and Latrell Mitchell, who seems to be set for a role in the centres, but gee, it's a lovely backup to have down the track. 17
carries for 198 metres. It's a good night out if you're a fullback.
It's an effort, isn't it?
LeBlanc was very good with his first stint. Humphries running. Almost got clipped high. Tavita Totola. Not many minutes, but he's making them count. Dumps it beyond the 30. Oh, one more try, and that does end this contest. Matthew Humphries putting it up. Comes the cavalry. Kirk gets rid of it. Still alive. Matthew Humphries couldn't hang on. But again, this is what South have done so well tonight. They've just got the Dragons hemmed in to start a set.
Yeah, and it's been the case for the whole second half. Doing a great job, just kicking that ball into the corners, and the Dragons, well, we've got to fire a few shots here.
So Luciano Leilua, 12 runs, 103 metres, 3 offloads. Now the Dragons, desperation mode. Buchanan, beautiful move, beats one, then another. Now he gets open space, drawing in a defender, finding Ryan Couchman. Couchman does brilliantly. Back to Buchanan. Buchanan inside the 10. There's still life for the Red V. Reid calling the shots as it comes to him now. Delivers a pass. The lovely tap on from Sloan. Big chance for Fiona. Fiona gets to the line. And this Charity Shield is going right to the finish.
It's not over yet. And that was much better from the Dragons. Bit of enterprise from their halves. Down those edges. And then some strong ball carrying, wasn't it, from Buchanan? Sloan with the tip on. And Fine just found the line. There was a couple of Rabbitohs defenders, but he managed to evade them.
He still had plenty of work to do. Come off that right foot. Cover couldn't come across. Just didn't have the numbers there. That's the bunny ball there. Sloan with the tip on. Dragons, you would imagine, would rush this kick. Still time left on the clock, 3 minutes left to go.
And just making sure he's got that down. The referee has not confirmed this, nor has the bunker. Looks good enough, but they'll have this in super slow motion up at Everly. Yeah, try confirm. Yeah, hand on ball the whole way. Important kick, although a draw is good enough, but this would mean just a try will do. And it holds its line. The Flanagan kick makes it a 4-point contest with 3 minutes to go. And the Charity Shield has had so many close finishes, and we've got another one. So it was the tap on from Sloan that opened the door for Fiona. And then the stylish right foot step of Fiona, which got him to the line. Shane Flanagan, that face hasn't changed all game. Dean Atkinson, Val Holmes on the sideline. St George Illawarra Dragons with at least one chance, maybe two, to pinch this Charity Shield and retain. Aidan Buchanan was the man that provided the line break in the previous set. Hutchinson onto Reid. Oh, they're all over Reid. And that's tackle 3. It was Tom Fletcher there along with Bronson Garlick. And they've really tightened up in this set, South. They still haven't cracked the 30 of the St George Illawarra side. 2 plays left. Now, this is where they profited last time around. Sloan can't get through. 2 minutes left, last tackle. Buchanan has to race in. Angle kick here from King Tongia. It hits the boot of Dufty, but he doesn't panic. The South now, their job, hang on to the ball and hold on one more time. 12 all at half-time. Mazzone. It looked like his try put this game to bed, but not the case right now. Oliver Laurie, former Tiger and Seagull, 21 years of age. An outside back, getting a little taste of it. Nazareth Tower runs with ferocity.
Well, they've got to do what they've done all half here, the South Sydney side. They've kicked to the corners, made it difficult for the Saints. They'll have to look up to go to 100 metres to get another try.
As John Riddell punches it forward. They've completed their task, South Sydney. They got through the set and they put it inside the 10 of the Dragons. But now it's Sloan at the back and he pushes away Matt Humphries, gets away from Tower, but he can't quite get past Athualo. The last set of the game to decide the Charity Shield. Tui Pilotu with a standard run. Reid, this is slow motion. They're all over set 2-2. There's a lot of tied players out there. 3 tackles left. What a fun night it's been. Halangahu. Not fun for those injured, unfortunately, but it's been a terrific contest. Needs to happen soon. Hutchinson on. Ryan Couchman. And we come down to the last play. The Dragons need a miracle. They need to go nearly 50 metres. Reid, little chip kick. It's too deep. Hauled in by Totola. And the South Sydney Rabbitohs have caused what might be the greatest upset in the long and storied history of the Charity Shield. A no-name team has come out and beaten a near full-strength St George Illawarra. Smiles and high fives all round. A hard-earned win. And as trials go, that's about as good as it gets. South Sydney, winners of the Charity Shield. They take the trophy back. The final score, Rabbitohs 28, Dragons 24. Oh, so many things to like about that game. And South Sydney now 1 from 1 in the pre-season challenge. The Dragons go to Vegas. That's the next time we see them. And that is the tale of the tape today. Manly, Wests Tigers, Bulldogs and South Sydney winners. South 5 tries, 4 line breaks and 3 offloads. So they get 1 bonus point. They won't care. They got to win really against the odds in the Charity Shield. They play Manly next week, so both sides will go in with a win. And that's a great night. Tiana Penitani Gray, over to you.
Here with Jamie Humphries. Jamie, congratulations on an enormous win tonight. You came in massive underdogs, I guess. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, firstly, stoked. Really proud of the boys. Kind of got a young squad here, and everyone turned up today, did their job, and it's nice to see that the work we put in the pre-season transferred onto the field today, and really good start to the year.
A huge defensive effort, having to constantly turn the Dragons' sharp-looking attack away time and time again. You looked fit out there, though, and there seemed like there was a quiet confidence in amongst the team.
Yeah, for sure. They really tested us, offloads through the middle and heaps of drops, so our middles did a really good job, working really hard for each other, especially that first half. We're really under the pump at times there, and like you said, worked really hard on our fitness this year, and I think it really showed tonight.
Yeah, it definitely did. You've got Manly and Mudgee next Sunday. What are the work-ons?
I'll probably just working on our completions to start the game. There was a few drop balls there that we can't afford come NRL time. So just working on that and building off what we did here, that effort that you spoke about, and taking that into round one.
We'll soak up the win. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, Jamie Humphries